Greetings everyone, I am Prime Studios and welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back. Happy 4th of July to all my Americans out there. You know, tomorrow is the 4th of July, and I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, so I'm doing the stream today for it. But how are you all doing? Say hello to chat real quick. Elite Max, hello. Lucas, yo, what's going on, man? Glad to have you back. Alright. Uh, tomorrow's the 4th of July. So I don't have anything planned really. Like seriously, I got nothing planned for the stream tonight. So we're just gonna hang out. I'll probably work on work on finishing up Qatar like in the background. I got the cutscenes. Here's a quick update for Qatar. I got the cutscenes done, and I've been working on the voice lines. So, um, it's getting done. Putting the final touches on it. I still got to do positions. Different placements. Triggers are all set. And then after that, it is the GUI, like the mission screens and stuff. So yeah, not much left. Um, Wait, Max, good. Lucas, how's everyone? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Not sure how everyone else in the chat's doing. Um, but yeah, I'm doing all right. Got a party I'm going to tomorrow. So yeah. And actually, oh shit. I've started my rewatch of Beast Wars. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about Beast Wars lately. So yeah, I'm already on like episode 4 or 5, I think. What episode? I'm on episode 4 right now, like the very beginning of 4. So yeah, I'm doing a rewatch of Beast Wars. You getting drunk tomorrow? No, no, no. I'm not old enough to drink, and I'm not. Even if I was um, of the legal age to drink, I still wouldn't drink. I'm not. I'm not a drinker. I'm not a smoker. Um, I'm completely clean, man. I don't. Yeah, I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do any of that. So, uh, yeah, I started my rewatch of Beast Wars, which Beast Wars is one of the better TF shows, especially um compared to the stuff we get now. Beast Wars is definitely much better, much better. Uh, yeah, but I'm on the early episodes of that. I would watch Prime. That's my favorite show, Transformers Prime. I love the designs, I love the characters, the story. I love it all. The problem is, um, the place I'm watching it on. I'm watching it on Tubi, and Tubi only has seasons 2 and 3. So it's just like, oh, I don't want to start at 2 and not watch 1. So they have bunch of Transformer shows on here. They got like actually we'll look at it right now. They got G1. Beast Machines, Beast Wars, which I'm watching. This is gonna be my third time watching the entire series. They have the second and third season of Prime. They have the entirety of animated. All of Armada, which is another good show. That's a show I want to watch, rewatch again. Is Armada. You also got Energon and Cybertron, and that's it for Transformers shows. So I'm gonna do Beast Wars, and then what else? I'll do animated and Armada, and then once because I know the episodes for Beast Wars and Prime and RED 2015 are being uploaded to YouTube. Seasons 2 and 3 are already out for Prime. So once they finish uploading one, which I don't know when that's gonna happen, but once they upload the entire season 1 of Transformers Prime, I'm gonna do a full on watch through, binge watch Transformers Prime. But yeah, there's a lot of underrated TF shows. Armada definitely one of them. Animated was good. Beast Wars. I oh god, I I've been debating on whether or not I should do a complete watch like a binge watch of G1 because that's on here as well. I've been debating that. Uh, it all started yesterday because Prime versus Prime uploaded that Ironhide and Prowl 2 pack, the dead one, and I don't know. I'm just sitting there like, oh, maybe it might be nice to go back and watch G1. Because I never watched G1 in its entirety. Um, I probably would skip season. Actually, no. I'll probably just watch all of it, all 4 seasons. Granted, season 4 is like 3 episodes. Season 4 is just a rebirth. Um, is the Discord still gonna do the In Betweeners marathon? Yes. Oh my god, we gotta get together and do that. I've been watching those 2 videos you sent me, Lucas. I've been laughing my ass off at them. Oh man, I would just watching. We gotta find a place to watch the entire series. If not, we can do like funniest moments. Um, it's on YouTube as all 3 seasons, but only half of the season 1 episodes. Yeah, I know about there only being half of the season 1 episodes for Transformers Prime. Um, yeah, that's another thing I want to do though. Let's see. I gotta do an entire binge watch Beast Wars, Armada, animated, Prime. Um, and then we gotta do in the Discord server. We gotta do In Betweeners. We gotta do we gotta watch that on Discord. Get the gang together. Well, because that's some funny ass shit. If you don't know what in betweeners are, I don't know. Should I spoil it, Lucas? You wanna? I don't know. Do you want to tell the chat what in betweeners is, or should I, or because I only know the 2 videos that you sent me. What's your favorite part of the second video? I've mainly been watching the first video. I gotta be honest. I saw the second video. Um, it's not. Um, I don't know. The first one was more memorable to me because that one just seemed funnier. But um, God. The scene with the boat. I think that's like the very first scene. I think. Right? The second video. That's the one I remember the most about that second video is the fucking boat scene with and that one guy just fucking that one guy just fucking went naked on the fucking boat. Like, I don't even think he intentionally did. He was just only wearing like a jacket or something, and he went to go wave to these two girls, and the fucking coat came off, and he was naked in the in the boat. That was funny. That's probably the thing I remember the most about it is the fucking boat scene, which I do if I remember correctly. That was the that was the first part scene of the video. Oh god, it goes to show you though. In English uh English sitcom. It's one of the funny shows that yeah, I've been laughing my ass off with it. Could it be made in made today? To no, people would get offended because then you're all you know feminists and sexists and all this other crap, you know. And people will be complaining that the cast is all white and there's no black people, there's no brown people, and shit. Oh god, that was those were some funny clips, especially in the first one. The fucking um, dude, it was who was it? Um, hold on, cause Simon. Oh yeah, when he fucking puked on the kid. That was a funny one. What's his name? The guy who was jumping on the car. He was sitting there. He's like, "Oh, friend, friend, friend." He said, "I'm not your fucking friend." Oh man, those are some funny clips. Those were um man. Oh shit. I think there's fireworks going on outside my house. Jay sort of jumped on. Yeah, that's. Alright, those are not fireworks, that's just a fucking thunderstorm. It's a fucking thunderstorm. Jeez. Yeah, we got a thunderstorm going on right now. Oh shit! You want to know who I should get into the stream right now? Our that is under yeah that is under, but I have an idea. I want to see if he's up for it. Maybe we should get our my old friend Mindwipe into the stream. See if he's down. See if he's busy. See if he has anything to say. So, yeah, let's try and get Mindwipe in here, huh? friend. Oh shit! Can you guys hear the thunder? I just realized. Hold on. Let me. I have no idea if you guys are able to hear the thunder or not. It stopped right now. Right now it has stopped. But I don't know. Can you guys hear that? Alright, but yeah, let's see what my mind wipe wants to join in. What is he doing? Let's find out what. Oh shit! Yeah, we're gonna. Friend! Just a friend! Isn't there? Friend! Like a. Alright, we have asked Mr. Mindwipe. I have no idea if he's gonna respond though. So. If he's not able to, we'll get. Oh shit! All right, we're doing this.
Hello there.
Hello.
Well,
Well,
what's the main topic of discussion today?
I'm just chilling, man.
All right. I thought you had a subject in mind you wanted to discuss.
Nah, I'm just chilling.
All right. I've been looking at some modifications for some of my figures. Plus, on Wednesday, I tend to ship out a certain figure.
Yeah, you get that Bumblebee figure.
Right now, my Neo scanning Bumblebee is currently at the warehouse.
Is it?
I'm waiting for the other one because this is my first attempt at trying to combine packages from Buy Japan, so this should be interesting.
Hmm.
And if I can, I might be able to save some money because it's $23 for the Neo scanning, for the shipping, which is a lot for shipping, but it's cheaper than most of the shipping I've paid for.
Yeah, at least you won it.
Well, it wasn't really that hard to get. It was extremely easy. It was on Mercari. Same thing with the limited edition Lawson Bumblebee. That was that was like $5 more. But considering that back in the day it was like what does 3,999 yen translate to in American currency?
Maybe $10, 15.
Nope, 27.
Oh shit.
$27.68. But this is without tax. So hypothetically, let's go like 4,000. Let's just go with 4,050 yen.
All right.
Yeah. Oh no.
No.
It won't let me translate. All right. So that would be like $28.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I pay like $2 more.
Oh, not bad.
I mean, it's better than paying $260 on eBay for one brand new.
Seriously.
I know. I'm currently on the hunt for a red via Starscream, so I guess I'm going for the rare stuff now.
Hmm. I know, what's it called? Well, Toy Guy was able to get one for cheap on Byte, but
Yeah.
I know how much you hate the guy.
No, I don't know. Okay, I hate his morals, if anything. But that's a different story, and not really something we should really get into too much. But yeah, I mean, I think he got a great deal, and I'm happy he got it for probably a cheaper price than what I paid for mine.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I could have had Strax's, the Lawson Bumblebee, and the Red Starscream last year on Christmas Day for really good prices, and I let those slide because I was being generous that day. Because I'm like, I'm gonna get a few Christmas gifts. So I said, I'm not gonna buy anything. It's kind of rude for me to buy something on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it, and I woke up in time to bid on Straxus, and I was gonna put in a bid, and I did put one in, but it was already too late. I was like, that's fine. I really don't need to win it. And I mean, I have a Straxus now. Now it's Bumblebee and Starscream, which I've been holding off on because I'm like, Vi hasn't had any of them recently, and plus they're not something I'm active like I need to have right now.
Yeah.
Though I have been looking at the issues that the Bumblebee, the 74 Classic Camaro that I bought, and I guess the shoulders don't like to tab in, so I got a lot of things to keep in mind. To be fair, younger me has really wanted that particular mold for years. I just didn't get it because I had a clunker Bumblebee. I was quite happy with that, but I didn't like the transformation too much on it.
Yeah, I always wanted that mold when I was younger too. The that old 07 Classic B.
Yeah. I only wanted it because of the Flash game I played. I like that Flash game a lot. It was
Oh
really cool.
yeah, the Fight the Bumblebee?
Yeah, I played a Bumblebee. I really liked that Flash game. I was like, I really want Bumblebee now.
It was, for me it was that, and it was also there was another one that used that figure. It was, oh wait, no, there were two.
The Highway, Allspark Highway.
Allspark Highway, Fight the Bumblebee, and Video Mashup, which technically wasn't a game, but
Okay. Fair enough.
you know, you could create your own stuff with it.
Your scenario. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab some water. Shit, I actually kind of forgot. I'll be right back.
Yeah, gotta go get the water. Did I get all the...
The reinforcements have arrived. Destroy them so you can make your escape.
Okay.
Take out all the enemy air support to ensure we make a smooth retreat.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright.
Back.
Darius is back.
Darius! Why do I hear water like that one kid in your server? Darius, it's time to go have supper. Get off that computer.
Darius, you should be packing your bags.
Pack your bags. Get the hell out of the server. Leave the server forever. You're never coming back. Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
I've been looking on Show's eStore and whatnot for the new Bowie reissues, and I don't know if they're not gonna hold them there or where it's gonna be. Hopefully, it's not or on AliExpress because I would not want to buy it from there. I don't hate AliExpress, but it's kind of a website that looks very shady. You know,
Oh
I
yeah,
trust
I
it.
yeah don't trust it.
No. I mean, they are the only thing on Show's eStore right now is like both Ironhides, which is funny because Ironhide is super hard to get, and you would think, oh, this should be the easiest release Bowie has ever done. Like, this should sell out instantly, and I still see the one I have for 26 on Show's eStore, which is great. I'm glad they have a lot available, I guess. And
Yep.
I see the one with just the what do you call them? The heavy weapons, the heavy iron, and heavy iron 2.0 with the knives on the end of it. Just create like a Bayonetta type aesthetic to it. And that's like $17. And it's like, okay, I thought this would have already sold by now, but I guess not.
Well, because what I think happened was, the original Studio Series Ironhide was very rare, so they made like a lot of their original Ironhide, and like in case people bought theirs. But I guess
Yeah.
that didn't happen.
Which is surprising because I would have expected it to be a Boehner idea. But then again, a lot of people don't know fourth party that well, so you kind of have to spread it around social medias as much as you can to get people interested.
Pretty much. The only way
Also,
you hear about this stuff is like what TFW.
mostly TFW, yes. Sometimes Facebook, oddly enough, is like another news channel that I don't really bring up much, but that's where I heard of the Shockwave, that Bowie's going to work on their Shockwave. So I'm very interested if they're going to finally give him a right hand where he can detach the cannon. I'd like to see that. Or if it's just going to be a straight up DNA Designs, like picking the parts from that set and having it on their Shockwave. So it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
Because the movie 1 Megatron was brand new parts from Bowie. And I'm hoping that this is the same gig with Shockwave, but I don't think that's the case. Because they did it with Ironhide. The only thing with Ironhide, though, is they had new parts for the filler piece as well as the blades, which is a reference to the Leader Class Ironhide's upgrade kit, which I love. That is something I never would have expected. So I'm very happy to see that.
Hey.
In other news, there is a white repaint of Studio Series 32 if you want to give that mold a shot. I think it's very interesting for an Ultra Magnus repaint. I like it, but I'm not going to get it.
Yeah, I don't really need a white version of 32.
Yeah, neither do I. I like the Nemesis colors. Like, that was my introduction to the mold. Or at least their mold. I wouldn't say the original mold. No, I've had the original mold since SS44 came out. I didn't have 32, but I do have 32 now, and I'm more willing to sell that if I get like our Bowie's option of Optimus Prime. I'm primarily going to try to get the jetpack one so I get more bang for my buck type deal. I mean, just because it comes with a bigger trailer that I feel scales better with Studio Series figures instead of the small one that you got with the SS44. I mean, I'm definitely going to try to seek that out if they even bother to stock it on Shozy. If not, I might have to look on eBay or whatnot. I'm probably going to try not to even get it at that point because they're going to try to overcharge you.
The trailer isn't bad. Like, it could be a bit longer and a bit taller, but
Yeah.
for what it has to do, it has to turn into the jetpack and the armored trailer.
At that point, you're just making excuses for Hasbro. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, don't make excuses. They've done really good things in the past for affordable prices. I know they could have done it. They just they like to have that common excuse nowadays. And
Mm.
it's just a shitty excuse. It really is. And I'm tired of people defending it. It's like, no, this company has done really good things in the past for like extremely affordable prices. And we got a huge bang for our buck type deals until 2012. 2012 was when we started to get fucked over.
Mm.
And everybody
Yeah,
just started
'cause-
accepting it. Like it
yeah,
was
'cause-
nothing.
That was like around Fall Cybertron and stuff where the fucking plastic decreased and
Yeah.
changed
Well,
plastic.
Transformers Prime's grid line was the first sign of it.
Mm.
Kind of. You could argue Dark of the Moon was really the first sign of it. And I'd be like, yeah, they had a plastic change, but it was still was pretty good. I mean, hell, let's look at Bumblebee versus Studio Series Bumblebee from Dark of the Moon. You can't tell me that the original doesn't look 10 times better than the Studio Series and the articulation isn't hindered on it. Because it's not. It's not hindered on the original Dark of the Moon figure. But when you pick up the Studio Series one, you can't move the arms in all various directions as where you can on the original.
Mm-hmm.
I've always said it before, or maybe I haven't said it before to everybody else, but like, whenever they had Studio Series versus a line, I'm like, they could literally use a lot of the Dark of the Moon molds and downscale them or upscale them, and they'd be so much better. They could have done it with Megatron. They could have done it. Well, they did it with Starscream and Ratchet, which was awesome. I'm glad they did that. Such a smart idea, and it benefited them very well.
Yeah.
But they could have done it with Bumblebee and Megatron, and that would have really helped. I would have loved to have seen it, because it's not that hard to do. It's pre-existing molds. The only thing that they would have had to have maybe improvised a little bit is the tanker sections on Megatron. They would have had to have figured out a way to not have a MechTech weapon fill in the gap there, which I don't think would have been too hard.
Yeah. I think definitely the Studio Series Shockwave is a definite improvement over the original one.
Yeah, I agree with that, but they could have added a waist swivel.
True.
They could have added more articulation to it than what they did. They didn't put all their budget into it.
Well, that's
Really?
because they use Megatron, the Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, as a basis. That's why.
Yeah, I know. And they really should have, because the chest was a brand new mold. They absolutely could have added a waist swivel in there. And technically, in many ways, we can still do that, just would be extensive modding.
Just fucking cut it in half, shove a pin in there, and call it a day.
I mean, you have seen the drift mod video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know about Degeneration's drift thing.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that was a very easy mod to do. It wasn't too challenging. It's just a matter of actually trying. Plus, you have to know what or how to place the stud and whatnot. I make it sound like it's harder than what it really is, but it's not that hard. It's actually quite simple. If you've done it before, of course.
No, I don't think I've made any modification. I've seen modifications. I've never gone ahead and actually done a modification.
Fair. I mean, it's not the easiest thing in the world to
Oh,
pull
no.
off.
Oh no, it's not.
I mean, I wish it was. I really do. But unfortunately, we can't have everything now, can we, Mr. Anderson? Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson, we've been expecting you. But on
Are
a
we?
serious topic, I mean, we can talk all day at how Transformers figures have degraded over time, but the question is, when are we gonna have the feeling again when we're gonna have our bang for our buck type value? And I would say Siege was almost the answer to that for a while, and they kind of just gave up. It's like, the fuck? We had really good figures.
Yeah.
I mean, I still would say Siege Jetfire, and I guess I'm gonna be getting Earthrise Skylinks and whatnot. I got one for a good deal. That's the only reason why I bothered with that.
Yeah, well, why do you think they keep reusing and retooling all the Siege molds for like these exclusives? You know.
Because they were cheaply made, but the older Siege figures had a lot more money put into them than what they currently do,
Mm-hmm.
and it really shows.
Yeah, like Siege Megatron guy is like what 10th retool with that uh minor Megatron.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'll
Mhm.
agree. Not
Yep.
happy to see this being retooled way too many times than what it needs to be, but I can't really argue against it. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is, as Donald Trump would say.
Are we gonna be live for an hour? Also, do you think you'll be doing one tomorrow? Yeah, we can go for an hour today, and I'm not doing one tomorrow.
Yeah, he's gonna spend his 4th of July with his family.
Yeah, I'm going to a party tomorrow.
Oh, you're gonna get wasted.
No,
Wasted.
no.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Honestly, I wouldn't quite know. My family might be doing something.
Hmm.
I would expect it because of the fact that we had plans on shooting off some big fireworks and we've been saving.
Yeah. Guess who's in the chat? It's your best friend.
Darius, is that you?
Yeah, I'm just seeing a bunch of deleted messages.
Oh, you have them blocked, don't you?
No, it just says message retracted. I'm seeing like 20 of them.
Oh, Jesus. You sure? Like, is it the, Oh, yeah, the Lucario fucker. Yeah, what's up, Lucario? Special needs. Message retracted. I don't see a lot of message retracteds.
I'll send a screenshot.
Alright. Special needs, motherfucker. Question is, do you speak English? Or do you speak retardo?
Do you speak Mexicano? You,
English? Or
Do
do
you-
you speak retardo?
do you speak Taco Bell?
You stupid spick. No, I'm just kidding. Kidding. I have no hatred towards Mexicans. I find it funny that we take racism to such a degree nowadays. It was back in the day, like if you use the comedic sense and people would just kind of laugh it off. Like, sure, they may not like it, but it's just modern era.
Yeah, God.
Brainwash people into thinking that racism is so bad and that we need to react in such a violent manner.
Yeah.
Utterly pathetic.
That's a topic for another time, though.
Oh, I know that. I'm aware of my power level reaching a little too hard. For chat.
Hey, who's Lucario?
Isn't that the guy in chat? Or I thought it
No.
was Lucario.
No, you talk about Lucas?
Yeah, Lucas. I said Lucario.
Yeah, you said Lucario.
Well, I mean, because it reminds me of that Pokemon guy, whatever the hell, that we had to deal with in the comments section. The guy that doesn't shut up. It's like, dude, fucking go back on your taco eating days. Go have a taco challenge with your uncle and see which one of you throws up first. There you go. there's
There you go. We're gonna get the stream taken down.
I mean, you kind of know that with the risk of having me on. But at the same time, I decided to start out pretty small. And
Yeah.
just escalated into this.
We started with toys, and then we started talking about Darius, and then now we're on.
We're in the gray area.
Now we're in the racism.
We're in the gray area. Yes, sir. 50 Shades of Gray. Ah, shit. Well, I guess that's it. But yeah, no, getting back on like I guess a rare figures topic, because I don't think anybody else, nobody else is really chatting along.
Oh, Lucas is still here, and Elite Max pops up.
Oh yeah, Michael. So the guy that thinks he can demand people to do stuff. I'm gonna briefly bring your stupid ass up. So we're Weren't you on? Yeah, you were on Orbital Bacon's stream. That's right. I'm just gonna say this: get the hell off the internet and don't even fucking bother coming back. Will the here? I'll read a stupid question briefly. Will the reimagined mod be focusing more on weapons and melee combat than using objects? What are you fucking retarded? Yes, I'm gonna answer a question that makes no fucking sense at all. You have an IQ of 20, buddy. So I'm gonna say this. If I could, I would totally ban you from this chat and ever looking at our channel. And I'd also ban you from Orbital's channel just because of how stupid you are when you ask a question that legitimately makes no sense. If you're gonna ask a question like, "Oh, is this gonna change? There's a combat style gonna change?" or something like that. But I mean, yeah, there's gonna be combat changes from what I've heard from you, their Prime. But you're not even asking that. You're asking something that is, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Lucas wants you to do the nerd voice.
Actually, I believe we're going to talk about something about the weapon system being more advanced than the previous mods we've had with the 2.0. We're also going to be talking about the melee combat has more extreme combat in the 2.0. There's an arctic they pre-go on it, but we found a way to integrate it to really work like a Bayonetta. So we are so excited to show that to you fans. We're really excited.
Dude, that kind of sounds. The way you just said it kind of sounds a little Chinese.
I know. That's kind of what I'm going for. A nerdy Chinese man who's playing Crossfire. He's yelling, smashing his keyboard. Oh, jeez.
I found a middle-aged man on roller skates in my Mongolian chicken.
This little kid that I ran over 2 days ago, and it turns out his mother apparently was bisexual.
Oh,
So I decided to do a little mischievous thing. That's all I'm gonna say, guys. Now back to the subject.
Fucking stupid.
Hmm.
Special needs people need to be run over, and I'll be the one to do it. No, I might. I never said no. I mean, it could happen. Imagine that Michael guy's like,
Oh my gosh, he won't answer my questions.
I think he's gone. I think he fucking left.
maybe he threw himself in a wood chipper. I'll see you later.
He realized that you came into the stream and he was like, "Oh shit, I'm out of here."
Oh, because he knows my power level is just a little too intense for his small ass. It's like, I'll see you later. Oh, jeez. Anyways, I wanted to get that little kid out of this, a little segment on him, because the fact that I've seen him do some really stupid shit and then demand people to answer his retarded questions.
I mean,
So I mean, we don't tolerate that retarded shit here.
we saw the
Kill people
meltdown.
with cyanide if we have to.
We saw the meltdown in Orbital stream.
I mean, there are many ways to, 1,000 ways to die. So, I mean, there's a lot of execution methods we have at our disposal. It's not too hard to think of many options. I mean, we could just fucking use Bumblebee. No, I'm kidding. Evil Bumblebee would be the perfect option. Because he has no morals on a moral standpoint. So he'd be the identical, or not the identical, he'd be the ideal candidate for any of this. Come on, I can't be the only fucker thinking this. No, I'm not a psychopath. No. This was not how it was supposed to go. All right. Well, anyways, after I get done with my dailies and shit on X Dive, so I usually do daily X Dive. Let's do a buy Japan and make me want to kill myself because I really want to buy some of these figures. We'll primarily look at the movie stuff because I would like to see if they got an air raid. Been really wanting that Dark of the Moon air raid mold that's based off of the Revenge of the Fallen Thrust repaint with a 5mm weapon system port. Well, it's not really a weapon system, but it's a port.
Yeah. I remember when everything used to be on like clips and shit.
Clips. I mean, back in the day.
They were on those clip. Well, there wasn't even really a
Oh,
system.
Yeah, that like hanged on. I mean, they kind of have always been a thing. Even Legacy still has them, I believe. But they weren't. They're like a separate part now. If you're gonna say that. Back in the day, they were like designed with the box. They weren't a different piece. Now they're a different piece for whatever stupid reason.
Yeah,
it
it was first thing I think of is the Hunt for the Decepticons Ironhide.
The first movie, Ironhide.
No, it was either like Revenge of the Fallen or Hunt for the Decepticons, where he had those two handheld guns.
Okay.
There's like
Oh,
giant ass
clip
mini.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, it took me a while. I'm like, wait, what the hell are you talking about? So, oh yeah, the Human Alliance, basic Human Alliance figures had those, and I still have quite a few of them that still have their clips. It's funny how durable that plastic is compared to what we would get in the now modern era.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't really use the clips that much, so yeah, that kind of helps. I believe, yeah, my United Straxus is on that clip system. My Human Alliance figures, I know Sandstorm has it. What's his name? I forgot his name. I'll come back to him. But I know Whirl has it. Dragstrip has it for his blades. And I want to say Runover, but that's not his name. Reverb, that's his name.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
Reverb is that system.
Yeah, I don't think I have a figure with the clip system.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. Well, I
Somebody in
don't.
my hometown was selling a bunch of figures, or like I saw yesterday on Facebook, and they were selling like a Robots in Disguise RC, not the 2015 one, but the Transformers Prime one,
Yeah.
the original. And I was thinking to myself, that mold goes for a fuck ton. If I can get just her for like, let's say, $15, I'll buy, because it has the blade, but it doesn't have the gun. To be fair, I don't really need the gun. I can manage with the APC Toys guns that I was given with that figure.
Plus, that gun that came with the original RD one was just fucking massive.
Yeah, it was huge. I believe Shapeways, there was some... I think it was either Steam Shield or it was Ariel's Customs that made a smaller version of that. Well, technically, I think it's actually a she. I don't really give a shit about pronouns and all that fucking fake shit. But I believe she was Fake Buster, then Ariel Lemon. Actually, Ariel Lemon is her common name that she's known by now. She also did something that was really obscure, and I wish it wasn't obscure, but it was extremely obscure for people to hear it because people just didn't give a fuck. But I cared a lot about it. So what it was Generations Thunderwing. He had a little Pretender on the bottom. So did Metal Hawk, and so did Sky Shadow, or Black Shadow if you're really a true nerd like myself, and who's been in this fandom for too damn long. But anyway, Black Shadow, they all had that little Pretender on the bottom. That was like just a drone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Fake Buster had a different idea. What if it transformed? Unfortunately, I don't think that project will ever get revived. I did ask on a Twitter poll, and I haven't gotten a response on that. So I don't think that she has any plans on bringing that back, especially with such a limited demand, which sucks, because, I mean, I'd love to see it. I mean, technically, I got my prayers answered with Metal Hawk, but we both know a Generations Thunderwing or a Black Shadow having that, good luck.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. I really would.
When was the
because-
last time we got Black Shadow?
Trying to turn.
Yeah, that's right.
Thunderwing's been longer. Thunderwing, well, technically, if you count the Headmaster unit, we did technically get one in a box set. Siege on Cybertron. So we had that with the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. But if you're talking about an actual Thunderwing figure, the 2010 one was the last one we had. And that's the only update we've had on Thunderwing. Which is kind of sad because I would love to see it, especially for a person, or not person, but for a Transformer that has held the Matrix and I guess corrupted it on the Marvel comics.
I guess.
I think he was the original creator of the Swarm.
I
That
don't-
eventually made its way into Generation 2. Because the Matrix had an alternate personality, which is kind of unique to see.
I've never read the comics.
Marvel Comics. No, that's
Yeah.
fine. I'm just explaining a little bit of a brief synopsis. That's all. Still would like to see him have that pretender gimmick if he is going to have a new figure in the future.
Yeah.
It would probably be a HasLab, as stupid as it sounds, but I don't know. Because they have a HasLab plan. We don't know who it's going to be, but it's another HasLab. If I had to assume, I hope it's not Diatlas. I really hope it's not Diatlas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause we don't need another Dialis, especially after the Kara one we got.
I mean, to be fair, that's actually the perfect Diatlas, just had really shitty QC.
Yeah, the fucking perspective end can talk about. Yeah.
I would still love to have that Diatlas, just because the other two guys were unique molds. Like, we both love the Trigger Happy
I
mold.
have to shut the
Oh.
door at the trailer, I guess. So
Okay,
I'm gonna fucking roll for it.
alright. I'll see you later. Yep. Well, that was unexpected. Anyways, that's fine. So yeah, no, Diatlas, sorry. We have the Trigger Happy mold, and we have the Twin Twist / Topspin mold, which I love the Twin Twist. I have the Diacon repaint of that. Fantastic mold. Well, not really fantastic, but it's a really good mold. I've liked certain deluxe class Titans of Turn figures, and it's funny how that was like the only toy line where I genuinely liked the deluxes more than the Voyagers. I can't be alone on that. I know
Oh,
that
no,
for a fact.
I-
They're gonna hate Galvatron.
Yeah, Galvatron sucked.
Sentinel sucked. The repaint to Astro Train sucked. Megatron was cool. Prime, I've heard people like it, and I just question it because the trailer was like the trailer and truck were all one piece, and I fucking hated that. That has still bothered me to this day. If the truck could actually function like a realistic type of truck where you can actually disconnect it, play with it like a normal truck, I wouldn't have too many issues.
Yeah.
But I know that's impossible with the gimmick of the Titan Master. So, yeah, I hate the Octane / Prime mold. But Blitzwing and Megatron was the only good Voyager mold. And then there's Broadside with the incorrectly put on tail fins.
What about the leaders?
Alpha Trion?
No, leader class.
Oh god, we don't even mention the leader class figures. I'm just selling my Titans of Turn 6 shot because how fucking boring it is.
Dude, I have
Like-
the Soundwave and the Power Master Prime.
Oh yeah, the Soundwave one. I've played with Blaster, and he's boring as fuck, so I wouldn't even want to touch my hands on Soundwave, considering the fact he's just a repaint. The only good version of any of those molds, originally, the Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus mold was really good, and Power Master Prime is good, but looks like shit, so I prefer the Genrai version, which I do have. Genrai looks great. So Genrai is a really good mold, but it's not as stable as the Power Master Prime, unfortunately. Which is really sad because the feet are really interesting, and you can actually have an ankle tilt with those. But the Prime one doesn't have the back heels collapse on you, whereas the Genrai one, it collapses a little too easily. So there's always that issue. and the fact that you don't have an inner robot. But if you got the perfect effect upgrade kit when it was available in Big Bad Toy Store, you had that option.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have that option anymore. I was wanting that to go on sale. It's a really good mold. Like, I have the Ultra Magnus repaint of it. I absolutely love it. I just wouldn't buy it now. Because it's like $200, and I'm not going to spend $200 on something that I don't feel is worth it.
Yeah. Isn't the Power of the Primes Optimus the leader? Isn't that like a very heavy retool?
Yeah, I have the Super Star Convoy. Star Convoy is awesome.
Yeah.
Love Star Convoy. A simple remold into a proper Optimus Prime really does wonders. And it's funny because I felt personally the Orion Pax figure should have been an Optimus Prime, and then have the bigger figure be also like a Power Master Prime.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not alone in thinking that. There was a lot of people that would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah. But isn't it like a very heavy retool?
The Star Convoy?
No, just that mold in general. Like Power to Prime's Optimus and
Nemesis
Star
Prime.
Convoy. Yeah, Nemesis, Star Convoy. Isn't that like a very heavy retool of the Power Master and the Ultra Magnus? Because I think the trailer kind of transforms the same.
Comparing that to Combiner Wars, when it comes to the shoulder transformation, yeah, kind of, not really.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the way they move outward. Yeah, they do transform similar, but everything else, like from the way you have to turn the hands around and fold them up, no, that's brand new. That's a new technique I haven't seen on Ultra Magnus.
The way the
legs,
feet kind of.
The feet are different.
Yeah.
The feet usually collapse on Ultra Magnus to like they form like the headlights,
Mm-hmm.
whereas on the Optimus Prime mold they fold upward to form the back of the trailer, not the headlights, but they form the top, or not the top, but they form the entire back part.
Mm.
Instead of just the headlights, like Ultra Magnus. So no. The only thing that's similar about it is just the shoulders. That's about it. It's just more so just the way they move. It's not really their mold design. It's a brand new mold. Like, there's really nothing that's similar to Ultra Magnus, like that mold in particular, except for the way that certain parts move.
Ah, damn.
That's it.
Like, if you take the cabs out for both of them, they do kind of look like they are from the same mold, just heavily retooled.
Yeah, I mean, I've played with the original Optimus Prime mold, and I compared right next to it my Star Convoy. Mm-hmm. My friend has one. It's just he's missing a leg. And I found the leg earlier, and then apparently he lost the leg again, so I wasn't able to fully transform it properly. Either way, I still was able to have a side-by-side comparison, and I was like, yeah, no, I wouldn't trade my Star Convoy for anything. It's much better. He was also missing the Matrix, which sucks, because I would have liked to have compared that Matrix. I believe it was the better painted Matrix compared to Rodimus's Matrix. I can't remember which one was better. I think
no, Prime's was better.
Yeah.
Because
I thought Prime was better.
Yeah, his.
Go ahead.
I remember the holding piece was gray on Prime and it was yellow on Rodimus, and then like the actual Matrix core itself, Prime was orange with blue, and I think Rodimus's was gray or no silver with yellow inside.
Here, let's look at Power of the Primes. Just Roddy, because I have had the Nemesis version of that.
Oh, I have the Rodimus Unicronus.
I used to have it. I could still get it back, I believe, because I think my friend still has it. I even had an upgrade kit with mine, and I still got rid of it just because I think it looks like shit compared to the Studio Series one and the Kingdom versions. It's like I have better versions of both characters. I like the Power of the Primes idea and concept, but in execution, it's so limited.
A
and
lot
I
of parts
absolutely hate
forming.
it.
A lot of parts forming.
A lot of parts forming and a lot of limitations.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a shitty figure.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's shitty. Whereas Star Convoy is genuinely fun. The Orion Pax mold looks like shit compared to what we got with Star Convoy. And then this is the only Power of the Primes related theater class figure I'd actually say is good. Because I've had the Optimal Optimus one too, and I just hated all three molds until I got Star Convoy. And I'm like, wow, I really appreciate the Optimus Prime mold more. I just like the inner core robot. And I kind of like that with all three. Except for Primals. Primal was so boring and bland. Whereas
just-
Star Convoy here, or you can actually get him in some really interesting poses. Way
Primal
better than
just
Hot
turned-
Rods.
Primal just turned into like a what? A board?
A hoverboard that was based on his Transmetal design.
Mm.
Which I hate, and I hate how was used on an Optimal Optimus when he had a flight mode, and I mean I have a better version of Optimal Optimus. I have the best version of Optimal Optimus in Season 1 colors with the Primal Prime head, which I'm fine with. Eventually I'll get Primal Prime and Optimal Optimus from Transart, but for now I like my Season 1 colors one from Transart.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to bed, but have a great one, boys. All right, see you later, Lucas.
Adios, Lucas. Don't you die on me, son. Remember to stay frosty. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, moving right along. So, if we look on the concept art of like the early Hot Rod and Rodimus concept, it looked a lot better than what we actually got in the end, which sucks because I would have loved to have seen the miniature Hot Rod / Rodimus work in a much more complete type look. I don't know what changed totally, but it looks like a drastically different figure. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Mm.
I love the concept because I know it can be done. There's a Legends figure that had the Rodimus Prime / Hot Rod idea. The only difference is that the legs extended upward for Rodimus mode, which I felt was fine. Sure, it might look off to other people, but I don't mind it. I feel personally it works because he's supposed to kind of have bigger legs. I mean, if you compare the two, which I have them right next to each other side by side, yeah, you could say his body grew. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I have the Kingdom one. I like Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have the trailer attached too often. I don't really care for that too much. It's fine. It's a fine trailer. It's just, I'm not huge on the whole trailer thing. I like the actual individual, I guess, Winnebago part. I think it's fine. I mean, they did pretty good for John Warden's final figure, or I wouldn't say it's final figure, but a figure that he had a lot of creative freedoms for. He did very well. He did extremely well for this figure.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a shame that I can't modify the individual hands, because I tried to get the pin out and I ended up cracking one part, so I'm not able to get that pin out in order to modify the hands. Otherwise, like, yeah, this is great. I did a hand mod on it, so now it looks even better. But no, which is unfortunate because I would love to have modified the hands so that it can be individually jointed. It wouldn't be as good as my Transart Optimal Optimus over here, but still would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would say Power of the Primes almost killed this fandom, and then Siege brought it back because Siege showed me we can have really good figures. I mean, yeah, there were some really like bad figures, I would say, in Siege. Okay, they weren't really bad, but they weren't a figure that I would pick up and be like, wow, this is really cool. Like, wow, this is total shit. Like Hound and Prowl. I only got them because I had somebody, I think I like used my mother's money or somebody else's money to buy them. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I got the money for it. And it's not really my own, so why not?
Yeah.
And yeah, I regretted it. I regretted buying it, but it is what it is at the end of the day.
Holy shit!
I mean,
there's nobody watching.
Not really surprised. People
Yeah.
get bored. Not gonna lie, a lot of people don't really watch your streams. I mean, technically, I'm watching on my main, but that's just to see the people commenting. That's it.
Yeah.
I figured you could figure that out because you can see who's watching specifically.
It just says like concurrent viewers and stuff.
Um,
That's about it.
Yeah, no, fair enough, I guess. And it's funny, I've seen like a lot of mods for the Power of the Prime's Hot Rod, or not Hot Rod, but the Rodimus Prime, and they just look like shit compared to the Kingdom. Kingdom just is overall the better figure. I mean, if you're strictly on a budget and you don't want to spend a lot of money, there was a time where I would have said, Kingdom Rodimus is so low, you can get him and you could probably get Hot Rod for a cheap price too, because they were both on sale. And I'm like, you're stupid not to buy both. You would have the Power of the Prime's Hot Rod, so Rodimus Prime figure, but much cheaper. And you would have them better than what you would have got if you got the Power of the Primes one. I just never understood that about people. Why they would buy the Power of the Primes figure over the Kingdom and the Sidious series figure, because they're superior in almost every way. Like with the Kingdom Rodimus figure, you can actually lift up the door. Granted, you can't lift it up like the same way you could like the show could lift up, because it had a very specific way of doing it. The Masterpiece was able to do that, I think on both modes. The original Masterpiece, not the updated Hot Rod one. But the Masterpiece that can do both Hot Rod / Rodimus Prime with its different heads. There's like an alternate face in there that was more Hot Rod style, with the fact that you can push his ear and his visor would come down. Or at least it was supposed to. Mine didn't come down. My chrome was flaked to hell and back because I hated that Masterpiece after a while. Granted, mine's, I wouldn't say complete, but at least none of the parts are broken. So you could just have the main figure without the little miniature matrix. I had the bigger matrix, but not the smaller one. Because it came with 2 matrices. And I like the big one, but the small one just, I did not like.
Yeah, easily losable.
Yeah. And originally, the only accessory I lost at first was the buzzsaw piece, because I was really stupid that night. And I really wish I didn't lose that, because if I wouldn't have lost that accessory, I wouldn't have slowly lost all the accessories that I did lose. I would have actually kept them in pretty good condition. Because I was excited to have this as a Masterpiece. Even though a part of me wishes I would have told my mother to instead buy the Masterpiece Starscream, because I wanted that one too. But I think I hinted more at Rodimus, because they just really appealed to me. And I think the Takara one really got to me. Instead, I got the American release. And I was like, fuck, not the American release.
Yeah, that Masterpiece Rodimus heard a lot of issues on it. I mean, didn't Arkham have an issue with the visor?
He had issues with the newer one, not the old one that I have.
Oh.
So he has a totally different figure than what I got.
The SS86, or?
No, he's got the newer Masterpiece Hot Rod. That one that's just Hot Rod. It doesn't have the Rodimus Prime parts to it.
Oh, I didn't realize they made that.
Yeah, they made an updated Hot Rod, and then they never made an updated Rodimus. Because it's just so far there's two hot rods. There's the original, which I'll look up the numbers. Okay, so you have MP28. That's the new hot rod. But comparing it to the old hot rod, and funny enough, this shot right here, the original hot rod there next to MP10 is the one I have.
Hmm.
But the one that is smaller, like of size of the Voyager figure almost, is the newer Masterpiece one, the MP28.
I thought the 28 one was old.
I mean, it's old now,
Yeah.
because there is the Target Master Hot Rod version, which was just MP40. It's in a darker color scheme. That's all it is. Showcase it next to the MP28.
Mm.
It looks good. It's just I'm not buying. Not buying, especially when it's had a lot of issues. Like,
Yeah.
it's sad because I really like the original look of Hot Rod, but I absolutely hate this Hot Rod. It sucks because I mean I love the what the hell is it called? The Flame Deco. The Flame Deco on the Takara version was so nice, very G1.
Very
Whereas
crisp.
the, huh?
It was crisp. It looks crisp. It looks sharper too.
Yeah. Yeah, MP40 looks a lot sharper. But the Takara one of the original bigger hot rod that I had, or well, the Masterpiece, the original one, I love the yellow. I love the paint on it much more. It looked really cool. But the Hasbro one looked like shit. Also, the shoulders were just terrible on the Hasbro.
Yeah.
I'll show you what I was talking about, because this is the one that has the trailer, so you can have both Hot Rod and Rodimus Prime.
Oh.
So the way it works for the conversion, I believe you had to move the roof out of the way. I know that for sure. And then you had to turn around the back piece of Hot Rod's car mode. And the trailer would have a piece that pretty much is the front of Rodimus Prime, and you fold that onto the back piece.
Sounds very complicated.
It's a pain in the ass. That's definitely true.
Yeah.
I tried doing that mode, but I obviously didn't have the trailer, so I couldn't do it, but it was still kind of cool. Also, I really like the fact you can have either the what do you want to call it? The repair fixer-upper thing? Or no, just called the welder. The welding tool that Hot Rod had on one arm,
Oh
and
yeah.
the blade on the other.
To
Whereas
fix
the new one, you can only have it on one side. You can't have both on either side. Whereas the original, you have that option to have it on either side. Also, the Classics one had his own buzzsaw, which I didn't know until looking upon its gimmicks further on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, this figure was something that I wanted to see modernized a little bit and having a better figure. And 86 Hot Rod has been that answer. I like it, but I also don't like it. What else could I ramble on about? Well, I think TFW had some newer stuff going on, and I haven't covered. There's a bunch of concept art if you really want to discuss that.
For the
Rise
movie?
of the Beast.
Yeah, it wasn't there like that new Terracon they got?
Yeah, there was a newer Terracon, which I don't know if the earlier scripts ever mentioned. Because
Probably one of those designs that it was just a concept, and whether for budget or story reasons, just never got used.
yeah. What do you think of the original Mirage design that they had? Going the glasses.
Oh yeah, that looked more like Jazz. You can tell he was supposed to be Jazz, and then they changed it last minute.
It looks like shit, honestly. I hate the way this looks. I'm actually glad they went with the final design they did, because I did not like this design at all. Looks like shit. Also, what the fuck happened to Optimus Prime Super Mode? Apparently they had.
Oh yeah, that like what was half the toys were based off of. I no clue.
Kind of funny how that just got scrapped away.
Yeah, maybe that was supposed to happen in the what? How long was the movie supposed to be originally? 4 hours, 3.
I thought it was 2.5. I don't remember.
I thought originally it was supposed to be like 3, 3.5.
Maybe it
Like
was.
like an Endgame type of length.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe it was. I just kind of forgot because I mean, it's been such a long time, and I've just kind of stopped caring at this point.
Mm.
I mean, this movie happened. Yeah, it's not great, but it's a pretty good one.
It's
It's
alright.
just-
It's not the best, but it's also not the worst.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but at the same time, it's definitely has a lot of plot inconsistencies, and really could have benefited if this was just put into episodes. I feel a lot of things could have been different
Hmm.
about this. Like, I'm glad they didn't go with the Rhinox design they had in their concept art. The Cheetor design they had in their concept art was fine. Like, I didn't mind that. That was alright. I hate Bumblebee's design. I'm glad they never upgraded Wheeljack. And honestly, Wheeljack's design was shit anyway, so I would have hated it even more.
What do you think about Scourge originally being Darn?
Really dumb concept. Bloodhound. That's his name.
Yeah, apparently.
Terracon Bloodhound. How stupid.
Hmm.
I'm glad they scrapped this one.
Yeah. Got some
It's just-
concept art of Transit too.
Yeah. I'll have to look at that because I saw a little bit of Transit's concept art and he looked fine. I'm
Yeah.
glad Air Razor's concept art was never used.
Was she ever meant to have a robot mode?
I'm looking through and I don't see it. So probably not, no.
Hmm.
That kind of sucks. But
Yeah, because everyone was sitting there being like, oh, she's gonna transform or in something.
oh, that's funny. Optimus Prime's alt mode was Mercedes style type truck. I almost want to say Mercedes Benz, but I had to stop myself because that's not a Mercedes Benz. That's a car. That's not a truck.
Mm.
I hate this look. I mean, I get it's supposed to be like a powered up Prime, but I hate this look. And yeah, Bloodhound, really? Man, I'm glad they just scrapped that. Some of these ideas would have been utterly retarded. I'm so glad they're not in there.
Yeah.
Also, Coach Tobaya had their repaint of their girl Optimus Prime into Nemesis Prime, and my lord,
Dude,
looks okay.
I'm looking at it right now.
Looks okay.
Wait, you brought that up. I just got to that part on TFW.
Funny how we see the same thing. However, I do enjoy their Starscream. It looks very hot, very sex appealing. So,
Don't sit there and turn it into Jolly. That's easy.
I'm just giving this the basic comments. I'm not going full into it.
Mm-hmm.
Going basic here. Don't know why you got a bitch about it, man. Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
What do you think about the new comics that are coming out?
I see comic industry as a dying industry, and I mean, I'm sure they can tell some better stories than the movies. That still doesn't mean that the comic industry is going to survive. I see at some point comics being a totally obscure concept.
Hmm.
I mean, I think it'll do fine. I don't believe comics are worth reading anymore, really, unless you're gonna go on some website and find it for free. And it's like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
At this point, people like myself would just much rather see it on a website or even on YouTube, somebody just doing a dub of it, versus actually buying the material.
Yeah.
I mean, the older comics, they hold value. I mean, I had some of older IDW runs because they were a fucking dollar at my Dollar Tree. I mean, when it's a dollar comic book, sure. Like, I had one of the Beast Wars Ascending issues, 2 of the G.I. Joe issues, and, I mean, that was a thing, too. Like, going to the Dollar Tree and seeing that was kind of like a treat. Like, oh, wow, they have some Transformer stuff. I
Yeah.
remember when they had that with Dark of the Moon color book comics. I was that kind of a kid where I was trying to look for comics and also those color books because I thought they were kind of cool. The more I look at it, the more I feel ashamed of myself. Oh well, it could be worse.
What do you think about that rumored Masterpiece Optimus in the Toy Deco?
About time, because somebody made their own version of that.
Hmm.
So it was only a matter of time before either they did it or they just moved on and said fuck it.
Yeah, well, they
But I
did
can't-
they did that with what? 36?
They did that with are you talking
Megatron.
about Optimus Primes or are you talking about Megatron?
No, just Masterpiece in general. They did that with Megatron.
Yeah, they did that with Megatron. They didn't only do a toy deco for Wheeljack, but they made it more animation accurate.
Mm-hmm.
They did a toy deco for Shockwave. That's for damn sure. And I love Shockwave. I have the Show Z-Store one, the KO of it. It's great. Fun, easy to transform, and just honestly a good time. That's all I want with Masterpiece. Like a simple transformation, not one that's too complex and a pain in the ass to transform, but obviously it's Masterpiece. You're not going to get that.
Yeah.
So to get that with Shockwave was a blessing. Because I know Cloud Shockwave tried to complicate the transformation. It just didn't look like G1 Shockwave. It looked way too stylized. I don't hate Cloud Shockwave by any means, no. But Cloud Shockwave, I think it was called Cloud 9. Was it called Cloud 9? Quake Wave. I remember the name being Quake Wave or Quake Blast? I'm gonna go with Quake Wave, and if it's showing up as Quake Blast. Okay, it is Quake Blast. Yeah, Cloud 9's Quake Blast. I remember this figure being something else because there's Fans Toys, Quake Wave, which is what I'm talking about, and then there's and then there's the Cloud 9 Quake Blast.
Mm-hmm.
The difference was more so you had a bulkier design with the, was it Fans Toys? I think it was Fans Toys. They had a bulkier design. Because when I try to look at my beloved Quake Wave, or Quake Blast here, like he looks a little skinnier in some areas, but a little beefier on the legs. I mean, it's not a bad design. It's just I feel it overcomplicates it a little too much. So I'm glad Takara did their own take on Shockwave because for the longest time you had to choose between these two, and I just never felt either one of them was worth buying. Like I like stylized figures, but I can only do it so much and just be like, oh yeah, this is cool, or oh this is boring. I get to that point where it's like it's fucking boring.
Yeah.
Through this. But that's a subject on Masterpiece. Like we can talk about third-party masterpieces, like for example, the Megatron problem. We've had that for years. What was the worst one Jobby reviewed? Because that was one of the worst Megatrons
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like that. It turned into a gun and a tank and a.
It was like somebody did a stop motion too. It was like forged in slavery.
I know.
Held captive by status.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
My strength. I think you remember those lines.
Bold Forms
by that-
Gladius.
The Hennis. Oh,
Yeah.
no, not Gladius, but Hennis like did a stop motion on it. I can't say his full name, but not Bold Form Gladius. That is the worst one, but there was one that predates that one that was the worst at the time, but is no longer the worst one. Also, that Bold Forms Gladius was based off the IDW 2005 Megatron. This one was specifically G1 based.
Let's see.
I have to remember the toy line because I know they did Scourge too. I want to say it's Fans Toys. I'm gonna look up their Scourge, and if it looks similar to what I think it is, then yep, it was Fans Toys. So Fans Toys made a Megatron. I believe they, what the fuck did they call it? Because I can't remember their name. That's gonna really eat me up. So hold
X
on.
Transbots Apollyon?
Yes, Apollyon. I knew it was a dumb name like that. Yes, Apollyon. That was the worst one because of its terrible shoulder transformation. Now, I know it's going for G1 when it comes to the toy, because the original toy transformed like that. And oh, were you afraid that those joints were one day going to snap? I mean, I sure as hell was.
Yeah,
I mean,
but for a
some
while
people
that
got-
was the G1 Megatron.
To go for. I know. I remember that time period because I lived through it, and I didn't really care about Masterpiece, but I'm like, wow, this is the only Megatron we have besides MPO3? Was it MPO3 or MPO5? I want to say it was MPO5, but I also want to say that's probably Grimlock. Because I saw MPO3? No, it was MPO5. I saw MPO5 brand new in box in person. And that thing was intimidating. Very intimidating. I could have got the gold version for like $60 at Big Bad Toy Store at one point. I never did because of how shitty it kind of looked. And MP36 wasn't a thing. No, it was a thing when I saw the gold edition go for that cheap. It also came with a little reflector, a little camera in his alt mode, so you can hold that if you wanted to do it. Don't get me wrong, if they would have ever downscaled this guy into a Voyager, I might have bought. Even though the arms look way too stocky. I didn't like that. Also seeing MPO1, that Optimus Prime, man, it looks ugly. It's like the worst thing I've ever seen, but it is huge. It is a big ass Optimus Prime.
Yeah, and then they re-release it as MPO4.
I think because they did an Ultra Magnus repaint. It might have been MPO4. Because for a while, it's MPO4. Right? Yeah, it was a reissue as MPO4. But then also it says Prowl, and I'm like, why does it say Prowl? Because did Prowl have an MPO4? Yeah, apparently there was an MPO4 Prowl, and there's an MPO4 Optimus Prime. Unless that's the Toys R Us exclusive, which it probably is the Toys R Us exclusive. For some weird reason, they never differentiated between the two.
No clue.
I'll have to look at the actual Takara box to see that. Yeah, I keep getting images of the Toys R Us box. So it's the Toys R Us exclusive that was MPO4, but in reality it was MP17. Yeah, it's MP17 for the actual Prowl figure, but for the Toys R Us readings, it's MPO4.
That's stupid.
Well, Toys R Us had their own Masterpiece line. Like, they had Sunstorm, they had Acid Storm, they had a Starscream at one point, which I was really wanting, but I never made my mom buy it for me. Also, they had a Bumblebee. They had the MP10 that I think you have, right?
Yeah, I got the Toys R Us.
Yep. So they had that. They also had Soundwave with, like, all the cassettes, which was a hell of a deal for its time. They've had really good options. But the thing that almost became reality, if they never would have shut down, was Kavion Bao. Kavion Bao downscaled MP10 to a Voyager. And oh boy, I flipped my noggin for a while because I was like, holy shit, this is Voyager side? So my dream might actually become a reality? No way. And then I don't know if they got shut down or Hasbro caught wind of it and they're like, all right, cease and desist right now because you cannot compete with our mainline figures. We cannot afford competition. Because Toy World for a while was doing mainline scaled figures. Mostly. I mean, because the Toy World Hegemon was a Voyager. That's like the only gun Megatron we've had in a Voyager scale point. Mastermind Creations was doing certain figures in mainline scale. I think the Sinicus I have probably would have scaled decently with mainline figures. I mean, I'm looking right at it next to my Trigger Happy, and it's a tad bit bigger than Times of Turn Trigger Happy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's smaller than my 86 Scourge. I mean, the antennas of the head come up to right to 86 Scourge's eyes. I want to say it's right to his eyes. It's either that or it's right to his nose. That's just how big it is if you got 86 Scourge. Or the sweeps, or whatever you want to find. But then again, Scourge was pretty small. I mean, looking at it compared to Kingdom Cyclonus, like the top of his head comes to the chest of Cyclonus from Kingdom, so yeah, it's not that big of a Voyager. So it probably was meant to scale with the original generation's mainline figures.
Probably.
Yeah, which I mean that is another thing. Just see, but I think Impossible Toys was also doing mainline scaled figures, kind of, because their Tetrajets, I know people have said are horrible, and I have yet to experience that, but I think personally they are the best looking Tetrajets for, you know, something you want to have like for More Than Meets the Eye Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the Tetrajets you buy. Kind of like how I like the idea of iGear, the Con Air set, and I think I watched the Coneheads on eBay, and they were not too bad for price. Okay, they were actually pretty horrible. I'm lying to myself. They were horrible price. They were $200, and I was like, oh boy. But Impossible Toys are pretty hard to get. And I remember Big Bad Toy Store having all of the mini bots in a set together, and I passed on that, and I shouldn't have, because I would have had Cliff Jumper, Goldbug, regular Bumblebee, Bug Bite, Wasp from Animated, a Hubcab. I think there was even an animated style Bumblebee in that set, all together for like a really cheap price. I think it was maybe like $40, 40 or maybe 60. Well, it wasn't really cheap, but it's cheaper than what, $120 here?
Yeah.
Fuck that. Also, there was the blue one. I forgot his name. Tap Out. His name was Tap Out. Funny how that came to me like that. Like in the snap. There's Tap Out, and there was... Oh, that's the light blue one. Not the dark blue one. So it was Tap Out, and there's another one. Glyph?
Yeah, I think his name was Glyph.
That name does ring a bell.
He's very obscure, I'll tell you that. It's kind of funny how talking about obscure Transformers now.
Mm-hmm.
Not even I remember much about Glyph, aside from that he was in the 3H comics to assist Primal Prime and his band of Maximal Wreckers, which I like. I mean, I like that, but that's as far as I can remember. He didn't really do much aside from just be there and help the crew out. Him and Tap Out were together. I think Glyph was turned into a female in IDW's run. Yep, they turned Glyph into a female.
That's why I know that, because of that fucking woke shit.
I actually don't mind this concept. This is one of the very few concepts I don't mind, because Glyph is so obscure. Very, very obscure. I don't mind it. Wait, is Glyph a she or a he originally? Because I might even be wrong about Glyph as an entire character.
No clue.
Well, that's why I'm looking up at it right now on TFW. Of all places, I know, right? So the toy, okay, is a glyph was a Bakon, she was later made. Okay, it was actually originally a she, so it's fine. It's originally a she. I don't see a problem with it. Originally a female transformer, which is unique because I would have never predicted glyph as a she. It's fine. I mean, I don't mind it. Fuck, it was made in 2002 before all this woke shit, so it's fine. Actually, it was made a little bit before 2002, I think. Or at least the comics were. So Glyph's character arc was... Didn't really have one, really. But here's a little bio from 3H. Because I like the Wings universe, but that's more of a fun publications thing. Whereas I like 3H much better because they actually knew how to tell stories. Fun Pub's okay, but there's some woke shit that came out later. But for the time being, like for the Wings universe, I feel Fun Publications, that was their height.
Dude, you're
And
fucking
popular.
ascending into the 6th dimension.
Me?
That's what I'm being told.
I am. I'm going out there. I'm going
Yeah.
out there.
We've been going for almost 2 hours.
Oh shit, I'm echoing. Yeah, I guess if I am echoing, let me fix that. Sorry, I didn't realize I'm ascending. All right. So shortly after Unicron's defeat in 2005, with the Decepticons believed to be defeated, Rodimus Prime commissioned a team of scientists to embark on a journey of exploration. Though Glyph was not the captain of the Soldier Moore's Passage, she was more or less the leader of the party of Autobots that manned. I almost said mannered. Oops. She dismissed Arch 9 as a suitable location for a survey point, but felt the planet would be worth investigating at a later date. However, the ship was suddenly hit by a high-powered data pulse that shorted out its systems and sent the ship crashing to the surface. Only Glyph and Tapout appeared to have survived, and then they had a sexual relationship. No, I'm just kidding. That's false. Spent the next 300 years amongst the native people of that planet, who had in their possession a crystal called the Divine Light, an artifact to provide power for the Autobots. Glyph spent that time researching the legends of their people, more so their culture, focusing mainly on the edict of that divine.
The legend of the monkey.
Perhaps, must never fall into the five-faced demons, which are the Quintessons. The myth that a force would arrive to protect it from them. When the Wreckers arrived on that planet, Glyph realized that what she had dismissed as a superstition was actually an accurate prediction from over a millennia before. When the Divine Light was stolen by Cyclonus, which I believe Cyclonus was a reformatted version by Megatron. Maybe not. Maybe not? Let's find out. 3H Comics. No, Cyclonus was definitely reformatted. When Bombshell was reformatted by Unicron into oh, no, they're going to go with that bullshit. They're going to say Cyclonus was originally Bombshell. No, I'd still say he was Skywarp, but then again, in this universe, it is what it is. I can't really argue that with 3H Comics when they've made that canon in their universe. Because there is a separate Skywarp figure from a reformatted Skywarp into a Jetstorm drone, kind of. Not really Jetstorm drone, but a Jetstorm type, or body type, that was different from the Ultra Class Jetstorm body type, which it's funny how they had two Jetstorm body types, but in the actual show, they only had one. Anyways, so yeah, Cyclonus was given a mental link to his armada that gave him control over him. This link persisted even when Cyclonus' personality resurfaced 2 years later. Oh, so Cyclonus turns his allegiance to Cryotech because he said, fuck Galvatron. Okay. interesting how Cyclonus's arc continued after. I want to say G1's either the United States version where they had peace for millennia, which I mean would kind of make sense. I mean, because Galvatron never really died in the U.S. Cartoon, never really happened. They never bothered to finish it. They just kind of let it go on. But anyways, back to the whole main story. When the Divine Light was stolen by Cyclonus, Glyph remained on the planet, believing her place was with the people, continuing to study their culture and the Divine Light's legends. She was joined by Cat Scan, which is funny how there's a Maximal called Cat Scan, who stayed behind as well to care for the serious injured Fractal and Rotorbolt. Funny how Fractal got injured there. I love Fractal, so he's a chemist. That's the main reason why I love his chemistry. Plus, he just seemed way too lighthearted to be a Predacon. She said what may have failed she said what may have been her final goodbye to Tap Out, insisting that his skills were better employed to the Wreckers. Oh, they didn't have a love story after all, haha. And believing that Cat Scan would be able to provide any protection they might need, especially once his charges were fully repaired. Glyph was apparently a child of Primus, though it is unknown if or when she participated in the Wayne universe, or the Universe War, not Wayne Universe, but okay, that's kind of interesting. But it's also kind of bullshit, but whatever. That's just the 3H comics. The Wayne's universe is a little different. I might even just summarize it if I can. So she was in basically like a meteorologist, I guess, kind of.
That's it. That's all we need to know. She was a meteorologist.
Sure. No, she wasn't. No, she was with a team of historians, I guess, and didn't really do much. Really. Wow, that's interesting for the 3H comics to go from that cool story to fucking fun publications. This is why I hate fun publications. No. Fun publications is uninteresting and not cool.
Weren't they the ones that made Shatterglass?
They were, and that was one of their very good story arcs.
We'll get on that another time.
Perhaps. Let's talk about Primal Prime. Let's talk about how
I gotta wrap up the stream because
let's look at my suicide that I'm gonna do after looking at By Japan. Darius is online.
Darius?
That's not Darius. That's somebody else. Are there any more modding servers? Let's not tell them about DMGs.
He's already in DMGs.
I know you are. I'm not.
No. I mean, this person is.
Oh.
Who's asking? He's already in that. He's also in Re-Energized too.
Don't give him the actual good server, because there is a server that we love, because he's not even in that. So the 3D modeling one, now that's the good one, but that is the pretty quiet one. So yeah, there's also that. Man, I should just do the thing that I do in DGen server, just post "fuck not this retard again." I should do that.
Dude, I remember the guy who you're talking about right now. He was obsessed about Sideswipe.
G1?
The copium overdoser. The guy
I'm
who was
talking
asking
about the character in general, or just the G1 version?
The character in general.
In general. Okay.
Specifically, like the movie one. He would say.
Man, I should find it when the Sideswipe dies in one of the comic runs and give him PTSD. I think that would be a great way to reawaken his anger.
We'll do that.
Oh Lord, I'm about to kill this kid's hope of having a good Sideswipe story. Wait, did he die in G1? I don't think he did. I know in G2 he was kind of a badass, but also retarded. Oh, Fleetway actually had a G2 comic. You know, I never read G2's Fleetway. I wanted to, but never did. All right. Can I find a panel where Sideswipe died? Oh, yeah. Deadly Paradise. I mean, he didn't die. Wait, did he die in that one? I don't remember. He was surprised to find accused of destroying some sort of bridge. He claimed he was not guilty, but with several eyewitnesses proclaiming otherwise, the Autobot human relations strained by the crime. They had no other choice. Fucking had no other choice but to deactivate him. Oh, I should make him read Deadly Paradise. Hey kid, you want to read a good story where Sideswipe is a really cool character? Why don't you read Deadly Paradise? Oh, that would be funny. Well, technically, Prowl later discovered that Sideswipe, who had destroyed the bridge, was in fact a clone controlled by Megatron. Ah, fuck. This kid would have been like, Sideswipe's dead, and then reads to the end. Oh, Sideswipe's alive? What the fuck? Oh, it was a clone? No way.
He tried to make a
The Lambo lives.
tried to make a Sideswipe, like a Revenge of Fallen Sideswipe, and
He dies?
no, you say what you will about it.
Wait, what? Oh, you're sending me something.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Holy shit! A Bumblebee repaint does not make it Sideswipe. Just makes it Schizo. I don't think he ever fucking died. Sideswipe.
I don't know.
Die.
Dude.
He doesn't die.
Max is telling you to do it.
What?
I don't know what you were saying you were gonna do.
Oh, I was gonna send him, or tell him to read the Deadly Paradise comics.
Yeah, Max is telling you to do it.
Max, we should. I will tell him to read Deadly Paradise. I'll ping him right. Oh, I won't ping. I'll just reply to him. Be like, all right. Oh, looks like there's fireworks being blown off. Anyways, before I get a firework in my house, I gotta quickly do this before I die.
Alright.
Hey, you should read Deadly Paradise. It's a good comic. It's a good story about Sideswipe. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Huh?
You know what? Wait. Hold on. I should get him to play a Transformers the Game PSP match. He goes as Sideswipe. I kill him and kick his ass as Dreadwing, and I use my speed ability that Smixel always did to me, and I kick his ass. That would be fucking great. He's like, how the fuck are you punching me so fast? Oh yeah, remember the speed button? Holy shit, he's going 2,000 miles per hour. See you later.
Oh god.
See you later. That was the quickest match of PSP I've ever had in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no shit. Ah, jeez.
Alright,
What
well,
the
in all
fuck?
seriousness, I should probably end the stream like now. Gotta be up early tomorrow.
Alright, I'll see you later, man, then.
Alright. You got
Have a
any
good night.
got any last words to say to these people?
Any last words? Well, I got one.
What?
All you fake fuckers calling Donald Trump a fakie, he's gonna win. No, but well, I mean, he probably will win, but realistically, we need Trump in office. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I'll see you tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
You got anything for Darius in case he's watching?
Oh, Darius, I don't know why you are watching this live stream. You were supposed to go to bed because we're gonna light up fireworks tomorrow, and we need your full retarded energy for tomorrow morning. We need you to hype up every person in the server and be like, all right, fireworks, fireworks. All you gotta say is fireworks, 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 like a retarded autist you are. So So I need you to go to bed. Go to bed, Darius. What do you want that water? Turn off that water.
Turn
Come
off
on,
the
Darius.
water, Darius.
Turn off the water. Go to bed. Go to bed, Darius. Anyways,
Alright. Well, with that being said, I'll see you guys next time.
I'll see you later.
Well, later!
Yes.